Hi, today we're going to make the best bar end plugs ever. Have you seen such bar end plugs before? These are the custom bar end plugs for the Athens Trials bikes. As you probably already know, I ride for Athens Trials. We're a very small trials-oriented team that tries to promote the sport in Greece. You can go and check our activities and our videos by following the links in the description of this video. So before we dive into the actual topic of this video, let me introduce you to the problem I faced. Otherwise, you'll start suggesting me commercially available alternatives. First of all, I love to design and make custom bike parts for my bikes, and so buying an off-the-shelf product was not really an option for me, especially considering the simplicity of the actual part. Secondly, the main reason that led me to start thinking of making a set of custom bar end plugs was the fact that the very common grip selection for trials is the use of relatively thin foam grips, and the only bar end plugs for such thin grips are made of plastic or hard rubber. This was never a good option for me, as I hate having them stuck into my handlebars after a crash. So, I searched for some commercially available alternatives. However, most of them were designed for thicker grips, and also they were considerably heavier than the plastic ones. Considering this, I decided to design our own custom bar end plugs that would be both simpler and lighter than everything else that isn't of course plastic. So my initial thought was to make a bar end plug design that would be made as one piece, having a screw to fix it inside the handlebars. Having considered a lot of different design scenarios, I did the final evaluation of the concepts and I created the first design using Fusion 360. Then I 3D printed some prototypes in PLA as a proof of concept, and everything worked out perfectly. In fact, these 3D printed bar end plugs were used on the Athens Trials bikes for over a year. Their only problem was that they were prone to breaking, as the 3D printed PLA isn't the most impact resistant material. After a year or so, it was about time to get out of the testing phase and get them manufactured with aerospace grade aluminum. So now I had to check again the design against manufacturability before actually send the bar end plugs design for production. After a little bit of fine tuning, the production version of the Athens Trials bar end plugs was ready. The actual production of the Athens Trials bar end plugs was undertaken in collaboration with our friends over at Kores Fabworks, who are specialists in designing and manufacturing custom motorbike parts. A bit of CNC programming later and the bar end plugs were CNC machined precisely to the given specifications. The results were just great. The next step was to anodize the machined bar end plugs, and given that they are made out of 7000 series aluminum, they got this beautiful and distinctive color. The final step for the production was to engrave the Athens Trials logo, and this was done on my CNC engraver. The finished bar end plugs weigh just about 19 grams per set, and as far as I'm informed, they are the lightest aluminum bar end plugs ever. In fact, I'm so proud of these bar end plugs, and I think that they seem so cool when installed on my handlebars. But what do you think about their design? Do you like them? Please let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, smash the like button and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so as to get notified of our next videos. Finally, we can always be in touch by following me on social media. You can find the links to the relevant accounts in the description below. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Until then, make sure that your bikes are well maintained.